What's up, Navigating Academia family? This is your buddy Dr. J. Phoenix Singh coming at you to be able to answer a valued viewer's question. You guys know me, I love to be able to get your guys' questions down in the comment section below, in DMs on Instagram, via email. This is my website down here below. My contact information is there as well. If you guys have a high sensitivity question, meaning that's a question that would be of interest to all over 11,000 subscribers that we've got on the channel, then please do ask it down in the comments below. If it's really high specificity, so it's like just about your case, then please do me a favor, book a one-on-one session with me. Let's go through it comprehensively. I want to make sure that I can give you advice that's specific to your situation, because especially when it comes to a lot of the topics people work with me on, getting into grad school, getting postdocs, maybe you want to do interview prep for either of those two opportunities, maybe you want to get tenured or get a tenure track faculty position. Maybe it's something where you want to practice doing a master's or a doctoral dissertation defense. Fantastic. Let's get those things going. But those are really high specificity things. So be sure if you're interested in that kind of thing, I would love to work with you. So go ahead and take a look at the website down below to be able to get a session booked with me. So let's go ahead and get into it today. Today's question comes from Prince Oscar. So I'm assuming, Prince Oscar, that your name is Oscar, and hopefully you are a crown prince, meaning that I can officially move into your castle one day, and obviously Daria and I will have a wonderful life in the lap of Prince Oscar's luxury. Would be very nice. So this is Prince Oscar's question, which was asked on a video that a lot of people recently have been watching, given the time of year it is right now. And the question is, the video is 3 things to do when waiting to hear back from graduate school applications. This is one of the most difficult times of the year, when you're just like sitting there and you like don't know what to do. And sometimes a friend of mine right now, so she's applied to UCLA, and she just found out that UCLA has started informing people that interviews are being scheduled, and she's freaking out. She's really worried because she's an amazing applicant, but the thing is, does this mean that she's not getting an interview? Maybe they didn't get all of her materials. Did I do something wrong? Did all my letters of recommendation come through? I mean, what happened here? Totally logical to be able to be this nervous at this stage in your career and at this stage in the application process in particular. So please know that I understand that. So here's Prince Oscar's question. It's, is it advisable to continue mailing your professors or the departments while waiting for your admission decision? This is a great question. So I'm assuming that you're not talking about the professors at your current university or the departments at your current university. I'm assuming you're talking about professors who are like your target supervisors, for example, or the target department where you're applying to be able to do a graduate degree, be that a master's, a doctorate, or something else. That's what I'm assuming, Oscar, okay? And so keeping that in mind, okay, if it's somebody at your university, feel free to email them or talk to people in departments and these things, that's fine. If you have applied, we're just going to say University of Mississippi randomly, right? Maybe that's your target, let's just say doctoral program or master's program, okay? That's where you really want to go, okay? You have submitted all of your application materials, and it has been confirmed, usually just because you will have submitted everything via digital portal, and then usually your letter writers will independently be uploading things. It's not like they're going to send you their PDFs and then you upload their PDFs as well. There's like an ethics conflict there. I have heard of that happening, but it's pretty rare. So usually, so long as you get confirmation from the program, right, in the target department that you're interested in applying for, so long as you have got confirmation that they have everything, they've got the letters, they've got the test scores, they've got your transcripts, and they've got your personal statements and any supplements that they need, don't say anything. Just be quiet, right? Which is really hard. Trust me, I'm a loud guy. I want to talk. I want to find out information. Don't say anything. Those of you who work with me one-on-one in terms of consultation, you know that I have a lot of general life rules, and you'll learn if you work with me that one of those big life rules is that I'm a big believer when it comes to applications, that if there's something that could be said which has nothing that it could possibly be beneficial, it couldn't be beneficial for you, right? But it could potentially hurt you, don't say or do that thing. Okay, you just following up and saying, hey, you know, I submitted my stuff on October 31st and it's December 15th and I haven't heard anything back, so I just want to follow up. That's not going to help you at all. And it has the potential of hurting you So just don't say anything. But again, this is under the assumption that you have confirmed that they did actually get all of your materials. If you're not sure that they've gotten all the materials, first of all, you shouldn't be waiting months. After everything has already been uploaded and these sorts of things, if there's not some sort of an automated confirmation or anything like that, then let's say 2 days, 1 or 2 days after the application deadline, give a friendly little call. Right? I don't really recommend emailing, right? A lot of people these days are really anxious about getting on phones and this kind of stuff. But if you can, give the department a call, right? Just talk to whoever the generic administrative assistant is. Just be nice to them, right? And say, hey, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't certain because I didn't get an email confirming that all my letters had come into these things. Would it be at all possible, which is the magic phrase, to be able to check on that for me? And usually they'll check on it for you, okay? But keep in mind also, that when it comes to certain types of programs, for example, a lot of people who watch this channel and a lot of people I work with, they want to do doctorates in clinical psychology, like a Ph.D. in clinical psychology. To PsyD in clinical psychology, we don't really care so much about goodness of fit with one target supervisor. PhDs, it's the most important thing, right? Should you keep emailing that person? No way in hell. Do not bug that person. Don't bother them, right? If they want to know anything from you, they're going to ask you, right? And I know how hard this is, Oscar. Trust me, I've been there, okay? And not only have I been there myself, Oscar, I've been there like literally hundreds of times now with you guys, right, who I've worked with one-on-one via the consult sessions. So, like, I know that feeling very, very well of kind of, like itching. I just want information. I just want to know, did I do something wrong? Have I screwed up? But do not reach out provided that you have got confirmation that they have everything they need. It's almost like if you apply for a job, right? It's one of two things, right? Either no news is good news, they're still making their decisions, or the second, which is if you don't hear anything, you should make the assumption that you didn't get in. The only time that I would get in touch with them, though, is if you do have an admission, okay? If you got in somewhere, to be able to contact the target program, okay, to be able to let them know. Now, it depends on the type of program, whether it would be the supervisor, target supervisor, or the target department, to simply be able to let them know or whatever, say, hey, listen, you guys are my number one program, but I've just been offered this one spot at this other university, and they're kind of pressuring me in terms of letting them know whether I want this spot or not. And obviously, the last thing I want to do is to be able to push or to pressure you guys in terms of decisions, but you guys are really my number one program, so I just wanted to give you that information. That's okay, but it needs to be worded in a very specific way, and that's the kind of strategy that it takes a very, very soft, steady hand to be able to do. I help people write these strategy emails all the time to these big players in their department and in target grad schools or postdoctoral institutions and these things. So if you need help in terms of strategy and getting help in actually writing those emails to the right people, book a session, let's do it. Okay, Oscar? So I'm hoping that was helpful and answered your question. I appreciate it. Guys, anytime y'all have questions, I absolutely love you to death. You know that, right? So please do not hesitate to ask them. All right? Peace. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye-bye.